It's oft times I dream of returning to my home in the Emerald Isle, where peace and contentment abounding and laughter was heard all the while. I see once again my companions, and I in their midst I go soon, sharing the dreams of my childhood, near my home at the foot of Slieve. I'd stroll once again through the heather, I gaze on the fast flowing stream, our nature embedded with beauty, more beautiful now in my dream. I hear the clear notes of the fiddle, it plays out a gay lilting tune. There's dancing tonight by the crossroads, near my home at the foot of Slieve.
Hi, my name is Peter Dooley and I'm here today in the townsland of Derryduff, just outside the village of Coleraine, and I'm here to interview a remarkable man, Tommy Dooley. Tommy, it's a pleasure to meet you, Tommy.
Yes,
and maybe we'll go inside and we'll have a chat in your lovely house next door.
Grand, yeah.
Tell us maybe a bit about your parents. I know your mother came from up the road in Derryduff. She was a Coss. Is that correct?
That's correct. Down the lane there, Derryduff there, yeah.
And her name was?
Margaret Coss.
Margaret Coss.
Yeah.
And your father's name was?
Thomas Dooley, yeah.
Thomas Dooley.
He lived down over near the Piker ashore there, down the Butter Island lane.
Oh yes, yes.
You never heard tell of it, yeah.
I did.
Yeah, that's where he was born.
That's where he was born.
Yeah.
And so the two of them met up and they got married and
yeah.
they settled here.
Well, my father fell in for this. They were all uncles of his. The O'Mara's was their name.
Okay.
They were blacksmiths here, yeah.
There was a forge here, I think, from an early day, Tom.
Oh, there was a forge, yeah. It's there for generations.
And the forge was called O'Mara's Forge, is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct, yeah.
And what did they make, Tommy? What?
Well, they were general blacksmith work, but they were spade and shovel makers at that time. You see, back in that time, like the spades and shovels, things the blacksmiths made them.
Yeah, yeah.
And I often heard my father saying that when they were building the basin below in 1847,
yeah,
the spades and shovels that were used were made here.
They were made here.
Yeah.
And would there be many working here at that time in O'Mara's Forge?
I know, they made themselves. They're two old brothers, I think. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's just where the Hurley's is made just across the road here.
Yeah.
That was the old forge.
Well, there was a small part of that. My father built up the works, all that part of it there. There was only just a forge, a small forge.
Right,
yeah.
right.
And the house here was it was a thatch house.
Okay.
A single-story thatch house, and he got it in. He raised it up, you know.
Made it into a two-story as it is
1916.
today. All right, it's going back a long time.
Yeah.
And you mentioned, Tommy, there about the basin in 1847. That would have been the time of the famine.
Famine, yeah. It was a relief scheme for the famine.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, during the famine.
And could you tell us a bit about the basin? It's a synonymous with the Coleraine area, the basin. I heard it in my childhood. So it was built, Tommy, at the time of the famine.
Built during the famine, yeah, a relief scheme during the famine, yeah. The idea of it was, you see, the lower, the river out there is a fast flowing river, you see.
Yeah.
And the lower, you see, is a slow flowing river. I see, and the idea of the weir was to slow down the water.
Okay.
And that's why the weir is built in a circle, you know, it's in a semicircle.
Yeah.
And in a semicircle, the water comes all around the weir, and when the fog falls down into the basin, as they call it, then it goes around in a circle first, before it goes out into the Nore.
To slow it down.
And it goes up, when it's going out into the Nore, it's the same speed as the Nore is flowing.
All right.
Yeah, they said at the time, it's an engineer told me all about it lately. He was an engineer in hydraulics at the time, and he told me all about it at the time that it was a marvellous thing for his time.
Yeah.
The engineers that taught it up at the time, like, it was before his time nearly, yeah.
It was, yeah. And it would have been a British construction, obviously.
Oh, sure it was.
British engineers.
Oh, yes, they say so, yeah.
And there would have been a lot of people working on this, Tommy, would there?
I wouldn't have a clue. No.
You wouldn't know.
Yeah. There probably should have must have been, you know, you can just imagine. Especially when it's a relief scheme like the thing, you know.
And it was a relief scheme. What you mean by that is work for people during the famine.
For during the famine, yeah.
And would be working for food?
Mostly for food.
Yeah.
There was a great big tube or a great big metal, like an old store.
A big pot.
Like an old pot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a huge big one.
Right.
And I remember the law cost us in Derryduff after for years there, and what was it called, Indian meal at the time.
An Indian meal, that was the name of the...
That's right, yeah. The stuff, yeah.
And they would feed the people that worked on the scheme out of this, is that correct?
Pardon?
Would this Indian meal or pot would be used to feed the people?
Oh yeah, to do it, that's right, yeah, it must have been there, it was there, that's right, yeah.
And that was down in your mother's place?
Yeah, Rement there, yeah.
Right, okay. And there's a salmon weir as well on the basin, isn't there?
Pardon? Salmon weir, yeah. Over at the far side, that's right, yeah.
Yeah.
And that was a great engineering thing over its time too. That's why the whole job was, you know, before its time.
Before its time.
The salmon pass was supposed to be a great success. Towards the Lapham, there was on other rivers and that, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And as you said, the forge was here. It built the shovels and things that were used.
And pickaxes and things, yeah.
Right. That's very interesting, very interesting.
Yeah.
And going back to your own childhood, Tommy, you went to school in the Pike of Rochelle.
Pike of Rochelle, yeah.
And how did you go to school? Did you walk or?
Walk most of it. Well, early on, we had a bike anyway. Maybe later on, maybe when I was up at 10 or 12 years of age. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And there wouldn't be too many with bicycles, would there?
No, because I tell you, see, we were sort of in the bike business at that time.
Your father was.
Yeah.
So the people that went to school with you maybe would walk while you were on the bike. They'd be jealous.
Most of them would be walking. Yeah.
And did you enjoy school, national school in the Pike?
Yeah. Too bad. Yeah.
And what can you remember the names of teachers or?
O'Loughlin's, Patrick O'Loughlin and his wife, was the two teachers.
It was a two-teacher school, was it?
A two-teacher school, yeah.
And they were a husband and wife, O'Loughlins?
Husband and wife, yes.
And they would have lived there?
They lived there beside the chapel, beside the school, yeah.
The school that Sullivan's used to...
That's right, Right. Yeah.
And was there many in your class, Tommy, can you remember?
Oh, what's here? Maybe 12 or 14 or so.
Right.
There was...
Can you remember any of your classmates, Tommy? Who'd you sit beside, or can you remember?
I'm sure. I remember. Dave Terrell here, the Caesar here, himself and some of his family, and and we were mostly over from around the Pike side. Well, then Burns up in Windsor.
Oh, in Windsor, the Burns of Windsor,
Yeah.
yes. And most of the people around here, the Coleraine direction, would they have went to school in the Pike rather than go to Commerce or somewhere else?
Yeah, mostly, yeah. But it did some go up around here, go to Commerce too.
Right.
It's
Okay.
just here, which is a long ways away, like, yeah.
Yeah, in those days. Yeah.
From here, yeah.
And
From Coleraine.
did you play any games in school? Did you play
Sure.
hurling or
They were
football?
a bit of hurling, of course. Yeah, that was all. Yeah.
And you would have got homework and would you?
Oh yes. The usual bits at home. Oh God, yeah.
Yeah. And you'd bring a lunch. You'd have a lunch going to school.
Oh no,
would you?
that's right. Yeah.
Have your ham sandwiches or whatever.
Sandwich in the school bag. Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
So, do you think the teachers were good? You got a good education, Tommy? You
Oh
think?
yeah.
Yeah.
God, it is. Yeah.
And did you? We'll say when you finished school in the Pike, Tommy, did you go to secondary school?
No.
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 You had enough, or what was the reasons?
Well, secondary school at that time, of course. Yeah. There was no such thing as free education or anything like that.
Right.
If you go to secondary school, you had to, you pay,
And that was it.
the full whack, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so.
And there was no technical schools at that time.
There
There was only one technical school at that time. It was in Portlaoise.
Portlaoise.
Yeah.
So it was a long way away.
I'm sure it was, overreach, like,
Yeah. So when you finished national school, Tommy, what did you do then?
Out straight into the workshop. Yeah.
Into your father's workshop.
Yeah.
Tommy, when you finished national school in the Pike Rochelle, you started work with your father in the forge.
And the coach, I was mostly at the woodworker, the coach building, the body work and that type of thing, yeah.
This was, Tommy, the coach building for horse and traps.
Yes, horse and carts, farm carts and horse and traps, yeah.
Okay, and that's the work that went on.
Yeah, my father, he was a coach builder. He served his time down in Kildare, down a place called Brannock's down near Kilcullen.
Oh, right.
In the coach building firm. He served his time to coach building down there.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
And when did your father start this business here, Tommy? What year can you remember?
I'd say around 1914, because let's say he was building the house here in 1960, and so he must have been back home and was building that was when before he started to build the house. He must have been working abroad. I'd say he was there at least 2 or 3 years before 1960. I'd say coming back home maybe from around 1912 or 14.
Right. He was
roughly now.
Was he abroad, Tommy, or
Huh?
where did your father work before he did the coach building? Can you remember?
Well, he served his time down in he was a young lad at the time. He served his time down in Kilcullen.
Okay.
In Taylor's in Kilcullen.
Okay.
They were a coach building firm, and that's all. Then he came back here and he was after falling in for this old forge here in this place. Yeah.
Right. And he started the
He
business
started
from
up here on
there.
his own and built the workshop. Yeah. Built a small bit of it first and a bit of degrees over the years, and extended it like that.
And
But the forge was still working. It was naturally in the coach building thing. You had to use iron work. A certain amount had to be done for the coaches.
yes.
For the straps and carts.
Yeah.
Oh, good to have iron work,
It would. And would there have been many working here, Tommy, apart from yourself and your brother Dinny?
Not in our time. When we grew up, there was always coaching work here. Say early on before we go to school, and
Yeah.
before I remember, that time served the time here too. Yeah.
They'd be serving as apprentices.
They were serving their time, like
Right.
yeah.
Can you remember any of those names, Tommy, or anyone?
What should I do? I remember one man. He worked with. I remember 2 working here at the time, and one of them stopped here now, and I'll tell you who he was. You know the ladies in Burris, the builders in Burris?
I do, yeah.
Burris Nursery.
Yeah.
Well, their father served his time here.
Okay.
And he was here now in my time, and I going to school back at that time, was saying the 30s.
Right.
He was here at that time, and there was another man down from Shannahoe, Mick Malone.
Right.
Shannahoe, he served his time here. Limestone too, I remember. There was more back over the years, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember their names. There was one, is it Jimmy Bracken? His father was an RAC man in Castletown. He served his time here.
Right.
And he went to Dublin and he worked in the coach building works in Inchicore, the CIE. Yeah.
Oh, very good, very good.
Yeah.
And how many coaches would you build a week, or or traps, or whatever?
Oh, well, the output wouldn't be that big, but maybe you wouldn't build many in a week, because you maybe a fortnight or that way. You probably make one from start to finish.
Right.
But then there'd be repairs. A lot of it in was repairs, so and repainting and all that type of thing. Yeah.
And would it be for the local area, farmers and...
Yeah, all the local, yeah.
Yeah.
Big area for all up to this area here now, over to as far as Rathdowney. I remember people over from around Rathdowney and Sluch and Ballacall and off that area, yeah.
So they'd come to your father and...
Ballafin and off around, yeah. Yeah.
So they'd come to your father and say, we want you to make us a trap or
whatever. Yeah. Or
that's
the carts, yeah.
Yeah, and that's how it would start.
Or even repairs. Someone maybe have them, ones and repaired and get repainted and that, and new rubber tires and that. Tires and that. Yeah.
And what job did you do specifically? Had you a special job, or were you doing every sort of a job?
Early on, I was doing a bit with the carpenter, the body making and that, and worked with him at the painting end of it,
Yeah.
The painting, the traps.
Yeah, lovely.
Yeah.
And would some of the traps be very luxurious? Would there be a high-end finish to them?
That's right. Yeah. Oh yeah. Some
sort of a Sunday mass thing, sort of thing.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah. Tommy, you have a very interesting device in your hand there. Could you tell us what sort of an implement it is?
Well, it's a wheel-raised measuring wheel.
Okay.
When you make this wooden wheel, this cart wheel or trap wheel, you measure the outside, the circumference of the wheel.
Okay.
And then the band, the iron band that goes around the wheel, you measure the inside circumference of that.
Okay.
And it has to be a half an inch or less smaller than the wheel. And when you put them into the fires then and redden them up, they're put down onto the wooden wheel, and when they're red hot, and then it had to be cooled off then almost instantly, cooled off right quick before it burns the timber, and the band shrinks then and squeezes the wheel together.
Oh yeah.
That
was the purpose of that.
That's the purpose of that, yeah.
Very good, very
and
interesting.
And then they were on then for good, for years it never fall off, yeah.
Yeah. And of course, Tommy, you're talking about the forge and this work was done before electricity came, maybe. What way did you work for your machines before electricity?
I had an engine, a portable stationary engine. Yeah.
Or a steam engine sort of thing?
No. Paraffinale engine, yeah, small. Well, it's only just for draining the bandsaws and a couple of things like that. Yeah.
Right. And when would electricity have come, Tommy?
It come in 1956. We got here, yeah.
Right. Okay. So how long were you making traps and carts for?
Well, sure, naturally, during during the war and all, maybe for couple of years, 3 or 4 years after the war, naturally then at that time the motor cars started to come in. Everyone began to get into cars, and the horse thing was dying out.
Right.
And but we'll say for carts, to say, farmers are getting it tractors and things, and
Yeah.
the horses dying out, will say, you know,
Yeah.
and then and it faded away a bit. Then after that, I'll carry it on a bit. We'll say up to around, we'll say, and up to around 1956 or that way.
Right. Okay.
And
then after that, Tommy, your father would have got into expanded his business or changed his business to an
Well,
extent.
more or less, well, he was the sort of finishing up at that time. He was, he's getting old, like, he's
Yeah.
gone on a bit at that time.
Yeah.
And we, then when we got the ASB there, into welding and electrical welder at that time.
Okay.
And they used to do a few trailers, car trailers and that type of thing. There
All
for a
right.
while.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yourself and your brother Dinny.
Yeah, horse boxes and things like that.
Right. Okay.
And then gradually, got into the hurl business.
Right.
Well, how the hurl business came around, sure, the brother Dennis, he was hurling at the time, into the hurling. We say I wasn't that much because I was wearing glasses at that time, and
Yeah.
the sight wasn't that great.
Okay.
But we used to be making hurls for the local lads around, just
Yeah.
that type of thing. And gradually go into it that way, like, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, Dinny was on that team that made the breakthrough in Commerce.
Yeah.
The 57, 58, 59 team.
That's right. He was at the right. Yeah.
He was the vice captain, I think. With Finlawler was the captain.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
The one, the junior in 57, the one the intermediate in 58, or the intermediate and the one the intermediate in 58. The senior, and the senior, the first year they were senior in 59, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so the one for a good while after that, yeah.
Yeah. And so that's how
That's
the
how
hurling
we
part of
went
it
the
came
hurl
into it.
business.
Yeah.
There's any, from him being hurling and that, like, and making hurls like for the local lads around,
Yeah.
usual.
Yeah.
Started off that way.
Tommy, the pony and trap business that your father had built up, so with the introduction of the motor vehicle and tractors, that business would have began to fade away.
Oh, sure did, yeah, naturally, yeah. They're coming after the war along, yeah. Everyone's getting into cars that time, well, bit of grease, yeah.
And tractors and
Tractors,
things.
naturally, yeah, that's fair, yeah. The horse, I think the horse thing died out a bit then from that on, like, yeah.
And that would have been in the, we'll say the 50s, that would have been happening, would it?
I told yeah. We'll say it began to fade out a bit in the late 40s, went into the 50s, up to about 55 or 6 or that way, yeah.
Right. And so you would have diversified from that business. How did the business develop then?
Well, we went the ASB then into electric welder and that type of thing, and it started turning us to do car trailers and things like that for a while, yeah.
Right.
Horse boxes and things like that for time, yeah.
And were you involved in bicycles?
Yeah. Well, that was going on back from the 30s on up, well, even when the coach building was busy enough,
Yeah.
Before the war, because there was bikes everywhere at that time. It was all bikes.
And what did you do with the bikes, Tommy? Did you make bikes or repair bikes?
Repair them and sold new ones. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah, and agents. It's different makes of bikes and repairs. It could be repairs with that.
So you would have sold, we'll say, rally bike, your agents for.
Oh yeah, agents. Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah.
So you could have come down here, Tommy, and bought they're called High Nellies now. You would have bought them here in Dooley's.
Yeah. Your new bike at that time. Yeah.
Oh, very good.
And a remarkable thing, too, we'll say later on, like motor cars and that, buy on the hire purchase. Most of the bikes at that time sold, they were sold to lads on the hire purchase, believe it or not.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
So they'd pay a small amount.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so much a month, yeah. Well, the way a company would take it over. You wouldn't be them direct to you, you know.
All right.
You see,
right.
you know, they take a thing like the same as with a motor car ranking,
Okay.
a loan, like, you know.
Right. Okay.
A higher purchase for them, or say.
Right.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
That was unusual, wasn't it?
Yeah, unusual.
Yeah.
And imagine that time, we'll tell you how scarce money was. Imagine that time, we say a new bike, we say before the war, long I remember, an expensive one, a very dear one, it cost around £20.
Right.
Yeah, and from that down, we say to about 14 or 15 pounds. Now that I'm talking about before the war, like the 30s.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just imagine, yeah.
Of course.
And even with bikes, I remember fellas come in to buy and they'd have an old second-hand one,
Yeah.
and they'd trade in that.
Right.
And get so much off. The same as going to the garage today
Yeah.
with your car, trading it in. Honest to God, yeah. And then we'd repair the second-hand one then and do it up, and there was a great market for them, and some lad who wouldn't be able to afford a new one.
Yeah.
Buy a second-hand one that repaired, and, you know, put new tyres and things on it.
Very good.
Yeah.
And did you advertise in your business, Tommy?
No.
In the papers or anything? No, word of mouth.
Word
And
of mouth, yeah.
you know, you were just good at your job, and that word spread like that.
Yeah.
Very, very
And I
interesting.
tell you, at that time too, the same during the bike thing before the war, to radios. Yeah.
Oh,
Battery, you know, the battery operated wirelesses, yeah. With the weaponry batteries.
all right,
Yeah.
And you were real entrepreneurs at the time.
Well, at the time, yeah. He was sort of before his time a bit, yeah. My
Yeah.
father, a bit.
And was your father? He was obviously a good man with the money. He looked after. There was a lot of money coming in and out.
Oh, yeah, seemingly, yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. And so, we'll say your father obviously at this stage would be pushing on in
Oh,
years.
he was going, yes. Oh, he was. No, yeah, he was pushing on. No, indeed he was, yeah.
And yourself and your brother Dinny sort of took over the business, and
yeah.
you developed it into welding.
We carried on then, yeah.
Right. And you
And changed over gradually from the trailer type of thing, and then on into the hurl business, yeah.
right, of course, the Dooley's it's synonymous with making hurls. The Dooley hurley-maker. It's It's probably nearly the most famous for it. So when did you start making the hurls?
Or probably in a small way, I would say around 1956 or 7 or 8, around that time, yeah. Before the 60s, yeah.
Right.
Sort of, you know, then he getting into it bit gradually, like, you know. And it was only from the 60s on then, you know, going into it bigger.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
And of course, Dinny, your brother, was a great hurler, and he was on the Commerce team that made the breakthrough. That must have been a help with the hurls, or maybe.
It was, yeah. Well, then, as well at that time, then he hurled with the county team there for a few years as well.
Right.
That helped, like, yeah.
And there probably wouldn't have been a hurley-maker of your size around, you know. Would there have been many hurley-makers at the time?
There was one in Montserrat, and another family up here near the village, they're McCarthy's, yeah.
All right, yeah. And you got into it a pretty big business eventually. It worked out.
Yeah, fair, yeah. Ourselves, there was two of ourselves, and there was all that had two lads. There was two as well working as well. There was four of us, exactly, yeah.
And who worked with you, Tommy?
Oh, sure. We started off. It was Tommy Coss. He don't live down there too, but he was no relation.
Okay.
And Jack Jordan lived here up the road a bit there, so yeah. And, and several Michael John Grady and Pat Campen.
They worked here.
Yeah, he's still a ham out now outside Morrison Nursery.
Oh yes, Campen's hurls there. That's
carried on, yeah.
Right.
The one is, yeah.
And what was your job specifically, Tommy, with the hurls? There was a process in making hurls.
There was, more or less, yeah. Well, the general fact of them, that sort of everything, but mostly we say then you have to get into a rack bench, then as we call it, big saw for sawing up the logs.
The ash roots.
Yeah, the roots, yeah.
Yeah. You'd have to get the ash roots. You'd go out and buy them, would you?
Yeah.
Or
Well, no. Well, most of the time, then during the winter, during the slack time, we say when the hurley making wouldn't be busy, we used to go out to the woods ourselves and cut the timber as well. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. And in the summer that you might get other lads, to cut them,
Right. So you got in the ash roots, and what did you do then when you got them down to the?
Down to the yard.
forge,
Well,
yeah.
you see, they had to be cut into planks or boards,
Right.
And that was my job. I used to do that outside. I had a big saw for that rag bench. They used to call it a big circular saw,
Okay.
4-foot circular saw.
Right.
And I used to mostly do that. But then when I'd have that done, when they'd be inside, then they used to do sand and that. They had 2 or 3 sand belts and that.
To smooth out the hurl. And to cut the shape of the hurl? When did that process come into it?
I'm sure. Well, you have patterns. You had that pattern for the shapes of the hurls.
Yeah.
You put it down in this plank and mark them out and that. And
you
go around them with the bandsaw.
Right, to be cut with the bandsaw.
Yeah.
And was that your job or?
No. Some of the other lads used to do that. Yeah.
It's dangerous enough work, Tommy. Would it? Working with saws would be dangerous enough work.
I'll tell you, I'm not sure twice you're working terrible close to saws all the time. Yeah.
And ever any accidents, Tommy? Or?
No, lucky enough. No.
Right. And then you would have the finished hurl, and you'd have to hoop them, and
yeah, band. Some of them. Yeah.
And you were saying there was different patterns, Tommy, different hurl shapes. Is what you mean by that?
It's very particular. Like different counties.
Yeah.
Different patterns. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And would you have many famous hurlers coming in looking for their hurls, or?
They always. They always. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember when I was a young lad, Tommy, my mother Ann used to take myself and my brothers when it was a big occasion buying a hurl.
Yeah,
and we used to come down to Dooley's, and it was like a day out.
Yeah.
And we'd come in to the front door, and you'd be working away in the background, sanding the hurls. And Dinny would be the sort of salesman.
That's right.
He'd have his little office at the front.
That's right, yeah.
And we'd be looking at every hurl, and we might get a tape on it, and Dinny'd make a big thing about it. And it was like going to a chocolate factory for young lads that were interested in hurling.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And I'm sure that was every young lads around the place. It was the same. It was the same thing.
Yeah.
But you sold hurls all over the country.
I did all over the country. I got it, yes. From Donegal, from Cork to Donegal, yeah. It is, yeah.
And
mostly clubs, I say, and clubs and that, yeah.
And you made a good living out of it.
Okay, yeah.
You would have finished making the hurls, Tommy, in the late or the mid 90s.
About 96 or 7, I'd say, yeah.
96 or 7.
Yeah.
And I know there's hurls still being made. A local chap, Peter Burke, is still making hurls out of the premises.
Yeah, he took it over, yeah.
And it's still called Dooley Hurley-makers.
Yeah.
The name is still above the door.
Yeah.
The other things, Tommy, I want to talk about to you is you're obviously living just outside Coleraine village.
Yeah.
And a very interesting village and a very busy place years ago. And I know through talking to your friend David Turl that there was an interesting local industry there, the clog mills. The
clog mill, yeah.
Could you talk maybe a bit about that, or what did they make, or what?
Oh, the clog mill, it was what it says, the name says clogs. Soles for wooden clogs.
All right, wooden shoes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And when did that start up, Tommy? Or?
It must have been back around 1900 or maybe a little later.
Right.
I know for definite it was closed down in 1916.
Right.
I tell you, it was one of these temporary mills, they moved around from place to place,
right.
Up temporary sheds and everything like that, and then when they'd finish in a certain area, you see, at that time, all timber coming in, they had to be drawn with horses at that time, and
Yeah.
and the range for drawing timber wouldn't be that big, but say
Right.
maybe 20 or 30 miles maybe, you know. And then
Yeah.
when the timber are all around it, they had,
When the timber was cut in that area, it would move.
Yeah, they see
Right.
that moved the middle off to some other
Okay.
part of the country.
And it was
But
just up the road, Tommy, wasn't it? Just literally
Yeah, just this side of the village.
this
there,
side of the village, down by the river.
Yeah. By the river there on the left hand side before you go over the bridge.
Okay.
There, yeah.
And was there many people employed?
There was a good few from that, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, between the blokes was lads in the mill and then lads with horses and trays drawn into timber, yeah.
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 And would it
Beach, it's all beach, like for they make the flogs out of, yeah, the soles, yeah. They were an English firm.
an English firm?
Yeah, Mauds or something was the name, J.L. Maud or something.
Right. Okay.
And a strange thing, I heard some old documentary on the radio there back a year or two ago, anyway, and that they're still going in England, the same
Same cult mods, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. I'd say there's a certain amount of clogs made still for fashion, for
Oh, sure.
women's shows and things like
Yeah.
a certain amount.
Yeah.
You see, they did the clogs that were the big thing for going to England at the time was all in all the factories.
Yeah.
For fellas in the factories standing at machines. You
Yeah.
know, the clog soles were warmer on their feet.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So they're an English company, so
They were an English company,
it would have been
yeah.
exported a lot of
Oh,
their
yes,
produce.
it was seemingly all exported, yeah.
Right. Okay.
There wouldn't be much use for them in this country, seemingly, yeah. Oh, they were, yeah.
And there would be local people employed. I think there was some.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Drennans up the road. There was one.
That's right, yeah.
Just beside the clog mills, Tommy, on the opposite side of the road, at the bottom end of Coolrain, there used to be a flour mill,
That's right, yeah.
and that's going back a long time.
Sure, it's going back to the middle of the 17th century, I suppose, yeah.
Right, and they made flour in it.
Flour, that's right, and an oaten meal.
Right.
There was an oaten meal in it as well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where did that go? Was it the end produce? Where was it exported or shipped to Dublin or?
It was thrown to Montmellic anyway with horses to the canal.
Or to the right
Or
or to
it was going after that, I don't know. It was,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
This is before we say that you're talking now about back before the railways come, so that you must be going back a long ways, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. And they would have had a water wheel there, wasn't there?
There was a water wheel and a turbine.
A
There
turbine.
was both, yeah.
Right.
Both a water wheel and turbine, which was unusual in the one place, yeah.
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 And the water, Tommy, it would have come from the River Tonnet, was it?
The River Tonnet, that's there, just passed right beside it there, yeah.
Okay. And it would have the water then you would have had that powered the plant, we'll say.
Plant both the water wheel and the turbine, yeah.
Right. Okay. And was there many people employed there, Tommy?
So there must have been, we say,
Yeah.
churches, long closed, the flour mill and part of it all that was closed down, all back, I don't know, well, sure it must have been, I never remembered, or
Yeah.
back, I don't know how, they were going back a long ways, I
Yeah.
say, yeah.
And after that, there was a sawmill in that
Yeah, then
spot.
some lad then rented it there, and it was put up a little bit of a sawmill in it there, worked it up at the water wheel, yeah.
Right.
That was there for a good few years, we say in the 20s and 30s, and
Right.
that finished up around the 30s, I say, yeah.
And you don't know who ran that, Tommy? No. Who
The sawmill,
Yeah.
part. He was Patrick Keegan, he was from Rosenallis, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Right. And he ran that for a while.
He ran that, yeah. It was
Okay.
there. He was right there. I remember that going well. That was going. We say, and we young lads, and we end up. We say that was going run on up to about the war.
Okay.
The start of the war.
And what did they make, Tommy? What timber?
Well, he just cut timber.
Timber.
So farmers are bringing logs and you know
Okay.
to them and
Yeah.
go into boards and things. That's all. Yeah,
Okay.
that's all. Yeah.
Okay. And of course, down the road from that, on the same side, Tommy, there was a dairy creamery.
Oh, creamery. That's right. Yeah, yeah.
And what was the story about that?
Well, it's just a branch of the Dunamore creameries, right?
Okay.
Yeah. which is Glen Bia now, I suppose, yeah.
When was that built, Tommy?
Oh, it was built in the either late 20s or early 30s, yeah.
Right. Would have been the start of the cooperative movement in Ireland?
No. It's just a branch.
Just a branch?
Dunamore.
Okay.
All they did was they separated the cream from the milk. They didn't do anything else with it. The cream then went to Dunamore, went to... No. It's just a separating plant.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it was built from scratch, was it? The building? It
was. It was a green site, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And it didn't last very long, or?
No, not too long at all, no. Maybe a rough guess, maybe 12 or 14 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what was the reason, or it just finished up?
Like I said, transport was going to come in more. No, the more then had smallish type trucks, this collect.
Yeah. Right.
Before, like, so the branch that was up the road here, the creamy up here, it all went in the horses and carts and asses and asses and carts and things like that. Yeah.
People would have brought their milk, Tommy, to the plant here in Coleraine.
Yeah.
And it would be separated.
Just separated, and that's all. Yeah.
So they'd have a machine there or something for separating.
There was a fair plant there. Yeah.
A couple of people employed, obviously.
Oh, there was. There's 3 or 4 employed there. Yeah.
And you don't know any of the people that worked there, or were the locals?
No, I can't remember anyone. No, I remember the manager. All right, that's all. Yeah.
Who was he? Or
Dennis Key or Dennis Brosnan was his name. He was a Kerry man.
All right.
Yeah.
Very Kerry name, Brosnan.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And so it was just a branch of Dunamore.
Just a branch. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And it was shipped, so the milk, or whenever it was separated, was taken by horse transport to Dunamore.
No, the truck, one of their small trucks come over for it, yeah.
Okay.
And I think the small, as far as I remember, this Dunamore small truck collected a certain amount for Coleraine out, that'd be a long ways away, yeah.
Yeah.
Horses and trouts, or horses. So I remember that there was people off up from Kyle and up down Ballochmore and up that way, and off down here nearly as far as Montreal, with horses and asses and carts and
Very
I remember
interesting.
that in the 30s, yeah. Well, I remember being in around about. We were young lads, chaps at the time, yeah.
And
I had a stationary engine, to drive in the separating units.
The machines, yeah. And was there something about handball being played after in it, or in the ruins of the building?
Yeah, well, it was turned into a sort of a hall for a while, and then it got neglected and the roof fell off of it.
All right. So it was a hall at one time, was it?
It was, that's right. Oh, yeah.
Was there dances around it?
Oh, that's right, during the war, that's right.
Oh, are you serious?
The locals had run dances in it, yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
God,
yeah.
Oh, that had to be a bit of crack.
It sure was.
Yeah.
Also.
There was a bit of courting going on up there, was there?
Oh, yeah.
Of course, Coleraine village was a very busy place years ago. There was a lot of things going on.
Oh, yeah.
There was what businesses were in Coleraine? Can you remember?
2 pubs and a shop and post office. And very busy. The shop done a big trade. I had a big area all around them at that time.
That's Sheards.
Sheards, and as I said, you see, everyone had bikes. No one travelled to Mount Ras or Roscrea. Very little.
Yeah.
An awful lot of shopping done local and that.
Okay. Tommy, you have me intrigued about this dancing in the creamery.
Oh no, there's any local talent, local musicians.
Local musicians.
Oh good, yeah.
And how did that go down with we'll say the priests at the time, or was there?
Oh, not too good.
Not too good.
No. Actually, the lads would go up to the pubs and get oiled up first and come down, and next thing they could maybe a row rise outside.
All right.
But no. At that time, the clergy were down and all that sort of a thing,
Yeah.
And no, he went to the court and
who was the parish priest at the time? Who was the parish priest in Congress?
Oh, Father Coyne was the parish priest, but
Right.
Father Scott was the cure. He objected to it.
Right.
Yeah.
And was it a sort of a local committee that
Oh,
ran
so
the
that's
dances,
a
or
local thing, yeah.
just the locals?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The FCA will say they run the dances. They had it for a hall, for a drill hall as well, and that.
All right.
That was, we're talking about LDF.
Oh, yes.
No, before this FCA.
Yeah. And were
Yeah.
you involved in that, Tommy?
I
No.
was indeed, and Dave was involved in as well. Yeah,
So-
all the locals are in the FCA or LDF.
Yeah. And during the war, did you go on drills or anything, or?
No, I didn't, but I did. There was somewhere. There was camps. Yeah.
Yes.
Dave went on them, I think, and then a lot of the locals went on them. Yeah. No, I didn't bother. Didn't go there. Dinny went on it too. Yeah. Remember himself and the few lads, and a camp up in Cattlebrewer Barracks in Dublin. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, for a fortnight, I think. Yeah.
And you'd have guns and stuff like that.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I had them here. It doesn't they how to say before the thing in the north and things like that. They had rifles, steers, the local lads had guns,
Right.
You kept them in the house, like, yeah.
Very good. So
Yeah.
So getting back, so the priest anyway put an end to the bit of activity down the road.
Yeah.
Right. And
so I went into neglect after that, and the roofs.
right.
started to
Okay.
lay,
Yeah, the ruins are up there now.
yeah.
I suppose getting back to the village, Tommy, there was a lot of industries in it. There was a couple of pubs and shops, and there was Prescott had a forge.
A force, that's
Yeah.
it.
He was an interesting character, I think, was he?
Oh, indeed he was. Oh God, he was a great character. Yeah.
He was an ex-army man, was he?
Yeah, he started time in the army. Yeah.
Right.
No. He started time over in blacksmith's place over in Rathdown in Beckins. Yeah.
Right.
But
right.
he was in the army. He did join the army after. He was a farrier in the army. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. And was there a baker's in?
Yeah, there was a bakery back. Yeah, that's right. Back. Well, no, not just before my time, but back early on.
Who owned that, or what names?
Coopers was their names. Two sisters with Coopers. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And they had a bakery.
They had a bakery. Yeah.
What did they make bread and stuff, Tommy?
Seemingly.
Right.
I wouldn't have any particulars about that, but
Yeah.
I remember my father often saying when he was a kid, a chap, he drew turf with an ass and cart to it for the bakery, yeah.
Right.
For baking the bread, yeah.
And they were Coopers with two sisters, you think?
Yeah,
Right.
that's right, yeah.
And was there a butcher's?
And that's right, there was a butcher's in for a certain at the time, yeah, two, yeah.
And who owned the butchers, or?
Thompson's, yes, their names, yeah.
Right. They were local.
They were locals, yeah.
Right. And you had the two pubs. You had, we call it Shearns now, and you had Prescott's up the road.
That's right, yeah.
But before the Shearns, what was the name of the pub? That pub's going back a long time, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, Quinn's was their names, yeah.
Quinn's.
Yeah.
And how far back are you going there, Tommy?
Oh God, sure. I don't know, sure how long there, yeah. But
Would they have died out, those people, or?
yeah, the soul, they died
Right.
out. Sheeran's boss.
Sheeran's boss, right.
Yeah.
And there was an RIC barracks.
And RAC barracks in as well. Yeah, that's right.
And there would have been policemen.
I think that got burnt during the thing in 21 or whatever.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
During the War of Independence.
Yeah.
And what went on, or what happened there? Or
I don't know really. Yeah, but sure, that had barracks at that time.
Right.
That was going. Yeah.
Right.
To get burnt and that. Yeah.
Yeah, so probably the local IRA unit would probably have,
I don't know.
yeah. And there would have been, as I said, policemen would have been stationed there, and
Oh, there were. Yeah.
there
Two
would
or
have
three.
been,
There was a couple or two or three. I'd say. Yeah.
I think Connie Galvin's father.
That's right. He was the
And was
one,
there other
yeah.
people?
Yeah.
Ashes and
That's right.
yeah. And they would have stayed in the barracks.
They stayed. Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Right. Okay. And so it was a very busy place.
Oh,
Oh, no.
yeah.
And you had the post office and you had the shop. Was it a
Shop.
busy shop?
Busy. Oh, very.
Shearings, wasn't it?
Yeah, very busy. Yeah. At that time, of course, no one travelled away. To Roscrea or Port or anywhere like that.
Yeah.
No one had any way travelling, like. And
Okay.
Oh yeah, and a great a fine grocery shop and done a bit of hardware as well, and a
Right.
bit of everything.
Bit
like,
of
you
everything,
know.
yeah.
The usual country shop at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was a very busy village.
That's what it was. Yeah, yeah.
And you were in walking distance of it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, very good, very good. Tommy, when you were a younger man, you went around a lot of places on a bicycle.
Oh, God, I did, yeah.
You
God, I
would've-
did, yeah.
You went to hurling matches on bicycles.
Yeah, I did, yeah. Travel the country with bike that day because I didn't drive the car, you know. My sight wasn't that great,
Yeah.
good, you know.
Yeah.
And no, everywhere on the bike, yeah.
So you would have went to Portlaoise, and how far would you travel to go watch a hurling match?
Yeah, indeed I did, yeah. And, yeah. I remember going a couple of years there to the steam rally in Stravely on the bike, yeah.
Yeah. And would you go with a few friends, or what way would that
No,
work?
go on my own, yeah.
Go on your own.
There should be no one going on bikes at that now latter years, you know.
Yeah.
Everyone's cars and that, like.
Yeah. And where would you socialise as a younger man? Would you went to many dances, or
No, indeed, no. I
No.
wasn't one for dancing.
Wasn't
or
one for the
socialising.
dancing.
No, indeed, no.
yeah? So your form of socialising would be going off maybe on a Sunday to a match or to a steam rally, or
Oh yeah, no matches and that, yeah, the
Yeah.
sun and that,
Right.
yeah, exactly.
of course you'd be going to watch your brother Dinny, of course, hurling probably.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And you mentioned Tommy there, your eyesight, Tommy. Your eyesight started going awry at a young enough age, was it?
Well, I was wearing glasses going to school, you know.
Right. Okay.
You know, sort of.
Yeah.
Although it didn't affect me apart from the driving. I mean,
Yeah.
I worked all my life and worked as saws, you know.
Oh, you worked on
and all
saws,
sorts
yeah.
of dangerous saws, like, you know, tricky, small ones. You'd be you're working your hands very close to them,
Yeah.
to them, you know.
Yeah.
And that, and no, no,
And it just the eyesight just got developedly.
just faded gradually. That's
just
right.
gradually,
Yeah. Oh yeah, I worked up to the time I retired. Like
Yeah.
yeah. Worked the saws and everything. Yeah, but
Right.
then I began to die out. It'd be very worse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I always knew that. I was the specialists and everything. They went. Always told me that. Like, you know that.
That was the way it was.
That I would get through life. They would to die out eventually. Like,
Right.
It's glaucoma, I think.
Glaucoma. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a remarkable man. Anyway. You're in your late 80s and you're living alone here and with very limited eyesight, isn't that?
Well, no, I almost said none at this time.
Yeah. And how do you find living on your own, Tommy?
No bother at all.
No bother.
No problem.
You listen to the radio.
Yeah.
And
You see, when you're in your own environment, you know where everything is. You have your own system of working, and you know, then you have no problem at all.
You're
doing everything.
Content.
Yeah.
Of course, your friend Dave, who we'll be talking to later on, Dave comes down and visits you, and you have good neighbours.
Oh, gotta have, gotta have. Yeah.
Of course, your brother Dinny, of course, passed away recently, so that was a personal loss.
Yeah.
You missed Dinny, I'd say.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. And
we always got on great all our lifetime. We never had an argument. We worked together all our lifetime.
Yeah.
We never had an argument.
Yeah. That's great. That's a great thing, isn't it?
Good, just his, I suppose.
It is, because everyone has brothers, and we'll always be fighting. But
that's a fact.
Yeah, it's great to hear two brothers that got on.
Yeah.
Looking back at life, the modern day life, and we'll say the life your early 20s, there's huge changes. You've seen huge changes.
Massive. I saw massive changes. Honest to God, It's hard to imagine. I often tell young people now, time, they wouldn't believe, they couldn't believe. I remember during the war when there was not much trains going around. We used to go up to Darrell every year on the bikes.
Yeah. Sure. People wouldn't laugh at you now, wouldn't they?
Hardly believe you.
Yeah.
We had relations in Dublin, and we'd stop overnight, and come back to Monday. Go Saturday and come back.
All right. Very good. Looking back, Tommy, would you have any any advice to younger people now, or
Well,
what would you pass on to people, or words of wisdom from the life you've led?
well, the first thing I'd say pass on to young people is try and get as much education as you can when you're young.
Yeah.
Because there's no future, say, for young fellas now unless they get a good education.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be the...
And that's very good, because you through no fault of your own, you had to finish in national school because secondary school wasn't an option really.
It wasn't an option, indeed, no. For anyone, unless they were prepared to pay the full whack, to fill. There was no such thing as any sort of grants or free education or none of that sort of thing. None.
I think you probably would if you had a chance. I would.
I would. That's a fact. I probably would. Yeah. We were even contemplating myself and another bloke. There was only the one taking the county at the time.
Yeah.
And it was in Portlaoise, the technical school in Portlaoise.
Yes.
And myself and another fella. Well, they used to hold night classes in the taking Portlaoise at night.
Right.
And we even contemplated going to night classes in it. Yeah. We did. It was mad to, things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, you would probably have loved to went to in modern day times, Tommy. You'd love to went to university and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Well, you'd like to go as far as you could, I suppose. Yeah.
So that's I regret in a way, but through no fault of your own, you couldn't go to those places.
No, indeed, no.
Yeah. Well, I think that's very good. Words of wisdom for people, for young people now to get an education.
Not the first 10 years, yeah. I hate to see young fellas with the chances they have now with the free education and grants and see them lads won't go and follow it up,
Yeah.
Isn't it? It's a shame.
Absolutely.
It's a shame,
It's a shame, yeah. Well, sure, Tommy, listen, it's been a great interview, and I think we might go outside now and maybe have a chat with your friend Dave.
Yeah.
Dave and Tommy, we were talking earlier on about dancing in the old creamery, but there was dancing going on before that up in the village.
There was, yes. Up in the Shannery field.
Right.
There was an ordinary dancing board on the ground, then people gather and there's always local musicians around, and they keep playing. It was a little bit before our time, but it lasted out, and I think it got into trouble as well as
the creamery with the clergy.
It was the clergy, I think. So I don't remember being in it,
Yeah.
But,
and local musicians would come and play. And
there was always a local musician. That was one thing about Coleraine. There was plenty of local musicians in it.
Yeah.
There was always plenty of them.
Yeah. And
then we went on to the creamery after that, but there was nothing else to do with that time.
Yeah.
That was only recreation you had.
That's true.
You had no money to go anywhere.
No. And pushing on, Dave.
We had handball in the creamery too.
Handball as well.
That was a great recreation of a Sunday.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Very good. Very good. Well, I know the two of you were great fishermen, in inverted commas.
Oh, hold on now a minute.
Could you talk a little bit about, we'll say, getting fish, poaching fish? Let's cut to the facts here.
I suppose you were going to tell someone else about us fishing tonight.
No, this is only between the three of us.
Well, once there was salmon in the river, we had fishermen, and we had all sorts of fishermen, and all sorts of different techniques and used.
Yeah, and you would have went up to the basin and...
Oh yes, myself and Uncle Tommy's here fish the gubby in the basin. And one thing we always approaching the basin, you always have to be on a little bit on alert. But if you went up and you see the old crane going up out of it, well, there's no one knocking around when he's there. So
okay,
that was it. You could progress on then to do what you want to do.
Right, and would you sell the fish after? Or
no. Not that. There was lots to do that, but we didn't. I never bothered with it.
Yeah. Dave, we talked about poaching salmon on the basin, we'll say.
Yeah.
Could you describe exactly the technique or what the method?
Well, different people had their own technique in it. Thomas's uncle, Tom Coss, Well, he sort of learned me and then brought me in on the thing. What we used to do is yoke the horse in cart.
Yeah.
Just go up in the area and ensure that there was the right or the wrong person was there, or the right person.
The guards used to call in that time.
Oh yeah.
That time, more the guards at that time.
Oh yeah,
Right.
that's right. Yeah.
Right.
So yeah.
Keep an eye
So-
on them.
Well, it was always generally about Friday morning.
Yeah.
Fish, we'd be looking for fish for the afternoon or the dinner or whatever.
Okay.
Sometimes we were lucky, but sometimes we come back empty. So there was a salmon weir in it.
Yeah.
So we had to negotiate the salmon weir. I used to have to do that. We always had to have two.
You'd have to cross over the wall. Your number route.
Yeah.
Over the
We'd have to
wall.
cross the horseshoe wall, we call it,
Okay.
and get over to the thing. And you only do part of the passage at a time. But you always had the second person with a pole
Right.
to push the salmon back down
Okay.
into the net, like.
So you get to
So
block.
the minute
yeah.
the net to get a shot, you had to lift it straight away, like, you know, because
Right.
there'd be something in it.
Yeah,
You will feel it.
You'd
Yeah.
feel them going into it, yeah.
Oh,
Right.
yes, we know going into it, yes.
And you'd have to
Get 'em
block it
up.
at one side, would you?
Huh?
You'd have to block the weir or block.
Well, yes, well, that'll be already, that'll be continually blocked, only half blocked.
Yeah.
Right.
That there has to have a certain amount of water going over it,
Yeah.
or else the salmon wouldn't go into it, you see.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so certainly on the bottom, to be blocked on the bottom, and then going over the top of it, like, you know,
Right.
to be about that
Okay.
depth, like.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And would you catch many salmon, or was it
Well,
hit and
that
miss?
would depend.
It all depends.
We several times we got nothing, like, you know.
Yeah.
And
It was a hit and miss type
the
of
hit,
thing.
and miss sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes you can be very lucky and all
Yeah.
kinds of. But you nearly always got. There was a time after a flood.
Aye, but the
It was a good time, like.
Right.
Fresh
yeah.
water.
And there's times then the salmon lie and they're not interested in travelling, and there's more times then.
Yes, anyone on the move up, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Maybe if there was going to be a bit of a fresh water coming down, you see,
Yeah.
to be getting ready to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that was one thing, and we'd put them into the cart then and throw the old stuff we had on and run, see in the place and jog back down and think we were only after coming.
Yeah. All on the QT. All on the QT. But sure, it was everyone in the area, all the local young lads were. It was a pastime, if more than anything else. Just
Yeah.
you know.
It's just all right to fish for salmon, I get a couple of fish for salmon and hold their tongue about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
when you start to brag about it, then that travels, you see.
Yeah. That's
That
true.
attracts the wrong type of thing.
That's true. That's
So,
true.
yeah.
That's true.
That happens too.
No, it does. That does.
And then the lad that hawks them around from Billy to Jack, like, looking for a few bob.
Yeah.
We didn't go in for that.
You didn't win. Yeah. You were noble men. Noble men.
You know, but honest
Honest thieves. Well, listen, lads. I think we'll.
Honest poacher, was there any such thing as an honest poacher?
There is. I'm looking at two. Come here, lads. We'll wrap it up there. It's been an absolute privilege to talk to the two of you, and especially to Tom,
It is.
to the wonderful insight into his life. And I want to thank Tom for accommodating us, and also I want to
That's
thank
right.
Dave for the bit of help in the background and for being here today.
Yeah.
And we really appreciate it.
I'm
Thanks very
happy.
much. And
I'm
thanks, lads.
happy, very happy too, because I always knew there was history around the area, and this man had it, and we have it now on
On camera. Yeah.
camera.
It's there for
So
all
I'm
time.
happy about that.
I hear the sweet voice of my mother. She kneels by her own settled bed. My brothers and sisters are around her. The family rosary is said. I see once again the old chapel. It echoes the organ's sweet tune. Oh, why did I ever abandon my home at the foot of Slieve Bloom? My dreaming of homeland is over. A vision more radiant I see. My God and my mother are waiting with heavenly angels for me. There is one thing I'll ask of my Savior. Now my life it has come to full bloom. Please God, won't you make me my heaven, near my home at the foot of Slieve bloom. There is one thing I'll ask of my Savior. Now my life it has come to full bloom. Please God, won't you make me my heaven, near my home at the foot of Slieve bloom.